Chapter 3: In Search of Clues. The ship Hope cautiously approached the planet from which the mysterious signal originated. James Reynolds, fully focused, fixed his attention on the control screen displaying the planet's surface: harsh deserts, canyons, and snow-covered mountains. Amidst this desolation, there were signs of artificial structures that seemed too regular to be natural. As Hope descended into orbit, where the signal was strongest, James detected several faint, irregular signals that raised his suspicion. He decided to investigate further. The ship's sensors generated maps, and James marked several intriguing points in hard-to-reach areas. He chose one of these spots and began planning the landing. The difficult terrain required precise calculations for a safe descent. The landing was complex, but James managed it, and Hope touched down gently. After donning his protective suit, he stepped out into the planet's harsh environment. The air was cold and dry, with gray clouds overhead. Armed with sensors, James set out to explore the area within a few kilometers of the landing site, searching for the source of the anomalous signals. Initial explorations revealed signs of artificial activity: wheel tracks, trodden paths, and remnants of structures. James found metallic debris clearly not of natural origin, possibly remnants of old technological systems. In a canyon, he discovered strange, partially destroyed buildings buried under dust and sand, undeniably artificial. This was the first solid evidence of technological intervention. The investigations led James to a small underground facility, hidden beneath dust and sand. It was an old, abandoned complex, but some systems still functioned. Inside, James found damaged panels and partially destroyed communication systems, but he managed to access records that hinted at experiments involving alien materials. He speculated that these might be connected to his search for his daughter. James soon discovered logs indicating activity in other parts of the planet, potentially pointing to alien technology or other research complexes. Without wasting time, he devised a plan to explore these new locations. As James returned to Hope, he felt his search was beginning to yield results. He had found key clues and enough data to continue his investigation, but he knew new challenges lay ahead. Each step in this uncharted world could lead to success or danger. Hope lifted off, venturing back into space as James studied the data he had collected. Each discovery brought him closer to unraveling the mystery of his daughter's abduction. The journey continued, and he was determined to use all his knowledge and resources to find Lily and bring her home. Chapter 4: Clash with the Pirates. As the ship Hope moved through an uncharted sector of space, James Reynolds focused on the data he had gathered on the planet. He had fragments of information pointing to the possible locations of other research complexes, and he began formulating a plan for the next stage of his journey. Everything was going according to plan until an alarm sounded on board. The control screen began flashing red, warning of the approach of hostile ships. James instantly activated the defense systems and brought the information up on the main screen. Several unidentified objects appeared, rapidly closing in on his ship. Their shapes and maneuvers indicated that these were space pirate ships, not just random travelers. James knew that an encounter with pirates was a possibility, especially in such unexplored and dangerous regions of space. However, he wasn't prepared for such a swift and decisive attack. The pirate ships, noticeably outnumbering Hope in both quantity and firepower, began an aggressive assault. James watched as their energy blasts pierced through space, heading straight for his ship. Hope immediately entered combat mode. James activated the defense systems and maneuvered the ship through space, trying to evade the oncoming attack. The ship's engines roared at full power as James deftly piloted, dodging energy blasts and missiles that sliced through the void around him. The situation grew increasingly tense. The pirate ships unleashed their lasers and missile launchers, trying to tear down Hope's shields. James activated all anti-missile systems and deployed countermeasures to diminish the effectiveness of the attack. He knew he had only a limited amount of time to deal with this assault. During the battle, James noticed that one of the pirate ships was using a tactic to knock him off course. This ship was attempting to break through to his engines to inflict maximum damage. James quickly switched control to the automated defense system and used evasive maneuvers to outflank this threat. Finally, he managed to strike back. Activating Hope's onboard weapons, he fired several precise shots at the targets, destroying one of the pirate ships and forcing the remaining vessels to retreat. However, despite this victory, Hope sustained significant damage. James immediately checked all systems and discovered that several key components, including navigation and life support, had been partially destroyed. He activated emergency repairs and used available resources to restore critical systems. For several hours, James worked tirelessly to bring the ship back to operational status. The sound of welding and the smell of molten metal filled the cabin as he replaced damaged parts and restored the communication system. Now that the immediate threat was neutralized, James knew he urgently needed to find a place for repairs and rest. The pirate attack only underscored the need to be prepared for anything in this dangerous sector of space. He began studying the star maps, searching for safe routes and locations where he could find assistance or resources for repairs. During the restoration of the systems, James discovered that his data on the pirate ship's locations included coordinates of their bases and possible hideouts. This information could prove useful in the future if he had to confront the pirates again or seek information related to his daughter. After several hours of intense work and data analysis, James completed the essential repairs and prepared Hope for the next stage of the journey. He was exhausted, but determined to continue his search. With the understanding that he was on the frontier of unexplored space, he realized that every new challenge could be crucial in achieving his goal. As the ship once again soared into space, James activated the navigation system, which guided him to the next point of investigation. The pirate attack was a stark reminder that he was in a dangerous and hostile environment, but it also reinforced the importance of his mission. Each new discovery and every challenge overcome brought him closer to unraveling the mystery of his daughter's abduction. Hope re-entered the vast unknown, but James was ready to face any trials that lay ahead. The journey was arduous, but each step brought him closer to his goal. With renewed resolve and optimism, he continued on his path, knowing that his search was only beginning to bear fruit.